Yes, good morning, guys. Oh, look at there's a few of you guys in chat. I love it. Good morning, good morning. Hopefully, y'all are doing okay. Welcome to God Candle Market Trading. Oh man, what a last 24 hours, huh? Give me the report, boys and girls. Y'all up a bag, or did you blow your fundings? Right? Let me know in the chat, because it's probably one or the other. But yeah, we got some interesting action. Obviously, we have a 2-week ceasefire with Iran. Iran basically chose to live another day. That's kind of how I view it, right? So, yeah, man, markets have rallied pretty aggressively, I should say, off that news. I mean, we're up, what, like 800 and something points right now? Yeah, 820. So NQ up 820, ES up 170, the Dow up 1,200 points. Gold still up 135 bucks, and then oil down $20, down 18%. Absolutely brutal. So, yeah, some interesting stuff. Let me see what we got in chat here. Took a very small loss last night, but other than that, just been watching and waiting. Yeah, lots of volatility, yeah. I mean, the things that I would warn you guys about, and I unfortunately did not partake in this. I had said somewhere around here when we saw this, like, crazy 1-minute action, I was like, yeah, I probably don't advise people playing in this. Again, the volatility alone will hurt you. It's not even a matter of, you know, can I find an entry? Can I play this? For a lot of people, it's just the volatility. It's like, okay, can I risk 300 points on some stupid setup like this? Maybe you can, maybe you can't. Again, I tell you guys, it's just easier to live for another trading day. On top of that, you had a couple firms lower some stuff. I think Top Step got rid of minis. I think I heard that that's on the live accounts only, which again, you know, circles back to the last conversation we had about how, again, those live accounts are just not your friend, right? They're just not, like, I mean, they say they do that to protect you. At the end of the day, the reason they only do that for live accounts is because, again, that's their money. The sim-funded money is not real money to them. They don't care if you blow your sim-funded account. So, yeah, some interesting stuff depending on where you trade. In regards to stuff this morning, we have some interesting action. We're going to just zoom in on some of the choppiness overnight here. In terms of how I trade, yeah, there are some alerts, some pre-market alerts on screen. We do have a double print to the sell side here, which hasn't really produced much on this 15-minute time frame, but there's prints all over the place here. And as you guys know, I am not partaking today. There's nothing you can get me to do to try to fade an 840 point day. I'm not going to try to sell the NASDAQ when it's up 3%. I'm also not going to try to buy the NASDAQ when it's up 3%. I'm not interested in doing that either. So I do wish you guys luck that are playing today. Again, if you are sell side, there are a couple 5-minute and 15-minute prints. I do think these get taken out. These probably don't work into the open. The open is going to want to find some sort of price discovery above here, in my opinion. Of course, this could open and just fall and prove me wrong. That's great, but I told you guys many times I do not trust pre-market alerts like this unless they move very quickly away. Right? It's like playing this in the moment, okay, but as it comes back and puts you in drawdown and now you're close to the open, I think it just becomes inherently more risky. Right? The chance of success on this lowers. On the flip side of that, there are some buying alerts as well. Alright, you give like this 3-minute that slips all of the pre-market stuff and then prints those continuation buys. So again, maybe this ends up working out up into, you know, I mean, again, this would be another 100 points on the day. I mean, why not, right? So again, you kind of have conflicting alerts up here. Again, you're up 800 points on the day. It's like, are you trying to fight this? I don't know, man. You could. I know Wally did. I know he took a 1 minute. Take a look at that real quick. You know, a little 1 minute sweep up here on the absorption. Again, you know, this already ran for its TP, so kind of short-lived. That being said, we'll see what we get at the open here. I do want to talk a little bit about the macro. Because I do unfortunately think that if we don't fade this off relatively quick, what I mean by like fade it off is like, do we just, you know, do we slowly kind of recapture below 25k? There's possibilities for that. I'll be prepared for that. But in the meantime, man, we still have liquidity up here like 25,675. And I imagine to some degree we probably hunt this. So again, I would proceed with caution, like sell side. Again, we talked about this last week too. Right, we talked about it taking out the 23k equal lows, which is something we were looking for. And then we talked about how if it does release and come back up, some of our first targets were 24,500, which we smashed through. And then again, I told you guys, there's really nothing else holding it until we get up to 25.6, 25.7. So, again, I'm kind of operating with the assumption that, you know, maybe we don't move super clean up here. Maybe we do get a little choppy. We need to reaccumulate. But I wouldn't rule out the fact that we can take out that 25,700. In all honesty, in like terms of like the daily chart for NASDAQ and ES, I wouldn't be surprised if these print even potentially new highs. And then maybe something happens up there in which we fall. So, again, it's all about this 23k grab. We'll see how this decides to play out today. Again, I will prepare for pullbacks down here, but I wouldn't be surprised if we squeeze 25.6 first. So kind of just taking a look at that. Again, ES, I don't know if ES has any prints this morning. These guys, why is my plan not active? This is so annoying. Yeah, ES doesn't seem to have the same prints. That's the buy side print. Yeah, it's really only NQ that is showing us this sell side stuff. So again, if this stuff does work out for those of you that are looking into it, again, I would pray and hope that maybe we get this lone candle. 24 and 9, 10. I think could be good. I would want to be out there though. Yeah, see, we're gonna open and push. But if we push up and we reprint, man, I'd be looking, see if maybe we can erase some of this pre-market overnight stuff. I got swept. It's really not that obvious. Yeah, it's 24,914 is like really the only level. If we do take out all this compression overnight, that I could see us magnetizing to. I mean, there's other lone candles. There's this. I think that's a dream for today. Yeah, man, I got a little spike up. Still sitting a little bit by entry here. Didn't print a new high. My feed is lagging to all hell. I'm gonna open up NinjaTrader real quick too, just to get a more accurate feed. This is really laggy here. Okay. Wally, you still in the trade that you were in, bro? I think you probably got tapped out at that open. But... boy, is it my Wi-Fi? Alright, NQ starting to fade off from that open. 5 and 15 minutes might play out. Again, if you are in those, I'm looking at 24, 9, 15 for exits on that. I'm just gonna bring Ninja Trader up here too, just so I have an accurate tick feed. God, I hate Ninja Trader so much. Yeah, it took you out, yeah. I mean, you already had partialed out of that, so I think you're chilling. For people that are confident but not in yet, you could try something like this too. It's probably close to the same RR, and not quite. You could even run the close of this candle if you're really looking to tighten up. Play the 15-minute candle, you know. Sell here again. You're expecting 80% loss rate because you're fading a crazy daily candle, but if we do want to close to that 24,905, again, you can kind of still squeeze a 1 to 3, 1 to 4 out of this, assuming that we don't retest the open of this candle, which is, again, like I said, probably not going to work in your favor, but that's about the only way you could still get involved risk to reward wise, unless you play some sort of retest. I made a couple bucks. Yeah, man, that's all what it's all about. Again, fading a candle like this, like, you gotta be happy with anything you make. You definitely gotta be happy with whatever you make. This is gonna turn around at any second, probably. Let me just take a quick look at what gold's doing this morning. Yeah, I mean, gold clean setup too. Where are the gold traders at, man? Any of you guys paying attention to this? We talked about this level, I think, at some point last week when we were over here, on how we could push up into this. It's only pushed up into the body of the candle. Son of a bitch, dude. Why is my plan not... I gotta message these guys again. But yeah, we pushed up into that lone candle, and we do have some nice absorption from this morning. What the hell was that? Oh my god, that scared me to all hell. That was so loud. Oh my god. I think that was Ninja Trader. I don't know. I'm very new to Ninja Traders. So if somebody knows what that was, let me know. Oh my god, though, that scared me. I did not need that directly in my ears. Okay. Yeah, somebody let me know what that is. Yeah, gold's super clean with this absorption, man. Again, you get high volume move up into that 4-hour lone candle. Again, well, I know Wally's gonna fight me. That's not a 4-hour lone candle. I know. But we talked about it last week. It's a POI I was sort of interested in. That's why it's marked up. Again, this hasn't moved too far. But, again, maybe this does give a little bit of an erase. I was actually kind of confused. I'll be honest with you guys. I was kind of confused why gold even pumped, if I'm being real with you. Because it seems like we kind of went... You know, like, gold's more of like a... If the war continues, we pump as a safe haven. So, it kind of pumping off the ceasefire was a little... I don't really know what's going on here. but it did. And again, I'm not gonna say that's wrong, but gonna say it's a little sus of that, honestly. So maybe we do get these continuations to the downside here. If we look at gold just from a technical standpoint as well, again, you do have engulfing candle, engulfing volume, where the engulfing candle is above the 20 MA. So of course this is not going to call it on the indicator because you don't have both above the MA. Something that we're probably going to look to switch. But you do have 4-hour OB here. And again, if you take a look at this, we're kind of retesting right into that. So it's like maybe if this does begin to fade off, you know, again, you're looking at something like this. This is a little bit more of like a swing trade. So again, would you want to take this futures wise on a prop firm? I don't know. You'd probably want to find or look to play like those 5-minute, 15-minute plays inside of here and see if you can kind of just scalp it. But I wouldn't be surprised if that develops over time. So just for the gold traders, keep your eyes out on this 4-hour formation. If you start to play away from this, you're going to want to look for those lower time frame continuations. And I would say you're probably looking at least, you know, to the LP down here. Take out these lows. So I would have that on my radar as a gold trader. I was debating on it last night, but the risk was too high. Yeah, again, it's gonna be the thing. You know, can the account handle the volatility of some of these prints? NQ is continuing down, I see here, based off of what NinjaTrader is showing me. So those 5 and 15-minute plays, man, still playing out. We're getting NinjaTrader advertisements now too. Alright, let me pull up some headlines here, see if Trump is adding anything new, any new information to... let's see. Israel already violated the ceasefire? Who is surprised there? See, this is some of the stuff we gotta worry about too. It's like Iran agrees to a ceasefire, we agreed to a ceasefire. We're not the only two players. There are other players in this now. Israel obviously being, you know, depending on your point of view, one of the main antagonizers out there. Again, we're trying to keep politics out of it, but you know, they're just as aggressive as any of the other countries in that area. Well, you know, whether you want to believe it's right or wrong is entirely up to you, but alright, the fact is the fact. And it seems like Israel might have done something this morning. It says, Israel Defense Minister says, we insisted on separating the war with Iran from the fighting in Lebanon in order to change the reality in Lebanon and remove threats to northern Israel. Okay, so Israel and Lebanon are going at it, and then Iran's not happy about that. So, yeah, of course. Yeah, so now we got, again, Iran, once again, considering strikes against Israel amid its violation of temporary ceasefire in Lebanon. So who knows, maybe all this, again, this is what I'm saying, like, war is tough when there's other countries involved in this, because it's like, alright, cool, maybe we stop and Iran stops. Now you got Israel out there just instigating shit for no reason. You know, I mean, not for no reason. Again, they have conflict with Lebanon, alright, but interesting. So that's probably leading to some of this sell-off here now that Iran is kind of backtracking some of its comments. We'll keep an eye on this. Iran once again warns any foreign aircraft entry breaches this ceasefire, so if any aircraft enters their space, that's going to breach the ceasefire as well. Bro, how fucking funny would it be if we erased most of this move? Legitimately, like that, like, bro, I swear to God, if we close down by TP2 on this, if we close down by 24/7 800, I ain't gonna lie to you guys, I might even like take a week or two off. I ain't gonna lie to you guys, cause the volatility is just gonna be too much for me, I think. It's also my birthday week coming up, so, you know, prepare to send me birthday gifts. Right, it is my birthday, is it next week? Yeah, it's next. It's like a week away. So, let's see here. Been a while since seeing you stream. Very fired to have you back. Well, welcome back, man. I would address you by something other than D5 play, but I don't know who you are. But appreciate you being back. Much love, much love. Saints Gold don't agree with my personal account. Yeah, I feel you. That's why I haven't traded gold in a while too. She get a little too volatile for my personal account, man. I took like one trade on it and the loss was just too big, and I was like, yeah, nah, I'm good. I was like, I'm good. I just can't risk appropriately on it. YM is going up. Let's take a look real quick. YM is going up. See, is there opportunity to fade here? Maybe? Boys, we get back below this candle here. This is the open, so it's naturally going to have more volume in it. But if we get a close below this, could be some absorption off the open. And if it wants to join NASDAQ on the sell-off, we got some nice liquidity below 47,830. So maybe you could do something like this, but it does require a close below this candle. So don't get too excited. Alright, you do want to close below here. The 3-minute has an OB on it. If you're really feeling feisty, the idea is there for something like that. Again, you are fighting a 1,300 point day on the Dow, so understand that that trade statistically is going to have a lower success rate, right? So don't be surprised when you get tapped out of that. If anything, expect it, and then be surprised with the result of it winning if that is the case. Remember, most of trading is a psychological battle, so if you set yourself up for the worst possible outcome, and you understand the worst possible outcome, then the rest just becomes very easy to manage. Let's see, hold on. More headlines out of Iran. Let's see. Iran discussed the ceasefire breaches in Iran and Lebanon in a phone call with Pakistan. Oh, that's not good. That's just gonna make shit worse. Again, what we're waiting for now is a headline from Trump. I mean, Trump's gonna probably want to comment on this at some point. I wouldn't doubt that he's on the phone with Israel to find out what the hell they are doing. So I would expect by 10:15, I'd expect within the next 30 minutes, we get a comment from Trump about some of this talk of the ceasefire already being a waste here. Saudi Arabia coming in with headlines now that they're intercepting 9 drones over the past few hours. They did not specify whose drones they are. Can you drop a gem? Why would you want to wait for the close? I mean, well, that's just being faked out. Like, you don't want to be faked out on something, right? It's like, I mean, you could try to front run it, right? When you don't wait for the close, we call that front running. That's dangerous, though, right? So it's like, again, if this is absorption, and again, absorption off the open is always a little iffy, because, right, the 930 candle is always going to have a bunch of volume on it. The idea with absorption is that, you know, if you have a high volume candle like this and it has no follow through, meaning that, like, again, you have a second candle, third candle here, there's no follow through to it, So it's like if you close below it, there's reason to suspect that those buyers are not protecting their position, or they're not. There's no real demand there. So the close below it gives us just a technical framework for possibly entering. You can see here though, again, because we didn't close below, buyers are kind of trying to like protect that demand, and they're bringing prices higher now. So it's like, again, if you would have just seen that and be like, oh yeah, it's gonna close below, let me just take this trade, you would have just been getting wrecked right now. So you want that close below just to give us that better edge. And as you can see, YM is just continuing to fly off that. So again, not the greatest idea to try to front run stuff sometimes. I'm staying flat no matter what now. Already got... Yeah, if I were you, I would stay flat. You already took partials. I would not be partaking. Alright, let's see if we got any more headlines here. Nope, not yet. Alright, so we're officially out of the opening range now. If you use the 15-minute as your opening range. So your 15-minute opening range has been established with lows at 25.91 and highs at 25.1. It's gonna turn off all the pre-market stuff. For those of you that are short, though, again, you know, the 15-minute candle opened up. Oh, whoops, that's all pre-market. I guess we'll turn pre-market back on. All right, for those of you that are potentially short off an idea like this, 15-minute candle opens up against us, gives the possibility for it to close down. Doesn't necessarily mean that it will. But if this does begin to erase and flip bearish, that's a very good sign for people that are short the market. Again, I'm flat on the day personally. Glad to be in America. Don't have to worry about drones. Yeah, I mean, I was talking about that with one of my boys. Right? It's like, you know, being on American soil, like I don't think people understand like how hard an attack on American soil is. You can watch a couple really good YouTube videos on it. But the one of the reasons too why like America is such a superpower in terms of like military has a lot to do with our actual position in the world, and a lot of just the natural defenses, so to speak. I mean, we've all learned in school, right? Like civilizations typically will, you know, place themselves inside of areas that are logical for resources and also logical for, you know, defense. And America is just very well placed. It's an attack on homeland soil would be an amazing feat. You know, barring like Mexico and Canada, which have like, you know, like direct access more or less. So, yeah, it is a blessing to live here. I think, you know, regardless of how you feel about the country, it's like you're not much safer than. It doesn't get much safer in terms of like an actual, you know, position in the world. I think. You know, we might not be number one, but we're definitely up there. Especially with the combined like military power that we have, right? Like our military reach in combination with it is just crazy. I encourage you guys to look it up. It blew my mind. I was like, oh damn, I didn't realize so much of our defenses are just purely because of where we're where we're located. Canadians are too nice. I don't know about that, Nico. I think Canadians have grown to hate us. I don't know if the relationship between America and Canada is so great these days. Yeah, so like I said, guys, that 15-minute looking pretty good here with the flip. Again, that's what you want to see if you are on the short side. 2 minutes ago, new headline: a new Israeli airstrike hit in Lebanon. So Israel is still making attacks. That's why you're seeing some of this cell side action. The ceasefire seemingly has not ceased. Hawaii kind of vulnerable though. Yes and no. Yes and no. Yes, it's technically closer to a couple enemies, but it also is. It also has heightened protections. It has a lot of air defense, especially. I mean, California is right there too. I mean, not right there, but they're as close as they could be. I think you also gotta remember too. I could be wrong on this, but I'm pretty sure most of the reason we took Hawaii was for like military purposes. Let's see. Why did the U.S. want Hawaii? Was it it's always a military decision, but I'm pretty sure it was strategic and why we wanted us. Yeah, military strategy was the biggest driver. Hawaii sits almost perfectly in the middle of the Pacific, becoming a natural refueling and naval base for ships. Yeah, there's some economic interests with the sugar plantations. Yeah, but it's a natural refueling and naval base. So again, like I imagine it's well protected. You know, it's like the reason we're even over there. Again, a headline from Iran. Iran evaluating reply to Israel's ceasefire violations. Yeah, this ceasefire is fucking dead in the water. Israel's gonna fuck this all up, dude. Trump is probably yelling at Netanyahu, however you say his name. I don't know how to say his name. I don't care for him, so I don't care how to say his name. I'm sure he's getting an earful right now, though. YM 15-minute A. And like I said, if we close below this candle, man, we would need the 15-minute print now. So yeah, if this 15-minute closes like this, I mean, you have 5 minutes here. I see this is something you might front run, because like this, I'd be concerned this moves too far before it closes in 5 minutes. Again, it's probably reckless as all shit to front run this. But if you're gonna front run it, I would like I'd tighten the risk up. I wouldn't be risking all the way up here. But like, nah, if this candle flips back up, I'm fucking out of this. So YM trade, I mean, if you were gonna front run, you could try something like this. Again, looking for below these equal lows. But yeah, I think the sell side is gonna be a little stronger today with some of these headlines, man. I think the only thing that puts a wrench in some of this pullback on the sell side is if Trump comes out with a headline and says, "Hey, I called all these fuckers and I set them straight." Like, that's the only thing that's gonna potentially come out to ruin this. Other than that, I think, based off the information we have so far, we're looking pretty good. Goldman Sachs said something about the ceasefire. I don't care about that. Yeah, ES still selling pretty nice. Again, the Dow sitting there. Gold continuing down from some of those 15-minute plays. I have them turned off right now, but you guys saw them before. Oil has a couple buy prints on it. Honestly, these would be so much nicer if they pushed below this wick. I probably would wait for a print below this wick if I was gonna buy this. And even if I was, I'm not targeting much more than like 98. Again, this thing is down 17% on the day. Again, buying it it's tough. Not saying you can't do it, because we could end up the day, you know, 15%, 13% down instead of, you know, 17, 20, but I would prefer us to be below that wick if we were gonna do something there. Let's take a look at YM as this begins to maybe close. See, again, front running this is always a little reckless, but we're still looking good if we close below this candle. Let's clean this up a little bit here. Alright, we're just gonna keep this view, see if this prints. It is at the end of the hour, yeah. I definitely gotta be careful of that. Expect a little 10 a.m. push-up. Again, I also expect Trump to make some comments here soon. There's no way he lets Israel, Iran, and Lebanon control headlines this morning and within our session. I'm willing to bet he's on the phone, and we're gonna get some updates here into 10 a.m. So we'll see if he sets them straight or not. Alright, we got a minute here until this closes. It still looks like we're gonna close with the absorption. Again, NQ still hanging out at its lows post-open. EF doing the same thing. I think the market at this point is really just waiting for a Trump comment. YM, again, maybe this closes, maybe it doesn't. It's possible that it doesn't. Yeah, it is gonna, yeah, it's 1000%, it's gonna be a 1 minute candle. That probably moves like 100, 200 points. That being said though, if anybody has questions, pairs, things you guys want us to take a look, for me to take a look at, let me know. I'm more than happy to do that. The Dow playing around with that close now. No new headline in 5 minutes here, so... Yep, that's... Oh, wow. It did end up printing. That shit closed in the final 200 milliseconds of the candle there. That was crazy. Alright, so there is some 15-minute absorption here. Again, the way the 10 o'clock candle opened, though, I'd probably wait for the flip. There's no point in me drawing a line because it's already a line there. But yeah, I would wait for the flip at this point, and then maybe try to play that. Since it printed in like the literal sub 1 second of the last sub 1 second of that candle. Again, TP1 for this mathematically would be down to 47,628, but I would probably squeeze this a little tighter. Again, I'm really just not trying to play with any sort of slippage, so it's like, you know, something like that. 1 to 2, 1 to 3, whatever floats your boat. If this candle flips back bearish. There we go. There's the Trump headline. I told you, 10 o'clock, baby. Trump to PBS, Hezbollah and Lebanon will get taken care of too. Okay, so he just threatened them. Okay, again though, that is not a ceasefire type headline. That is a you keep fucking around and we're gonna bomb you next. So again, that does not. I don't think that helps the narrative of the ceasefire. Probably gonna get more Trump headlines here, so I'll keep you guys updated. I got this off to the side. I could put this on stream for you guys, but it would definitely take me a minute or two. Are you out, Wally? Alright, bro. Good shit on your partials today, man. Sit out, enjoy that money. Beep, 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 beep. Alright, chat. Anything else? Anything else? Again, I'm not trading today. I think we narrated pretty well. Again, the Dow probably the only trade that still has some opportunity for you guys. Again, got some absorption here. High risk trade. Maybe you get down to 47,839 would be most ideal for you. That's your little freebie for the day. But if y'all gonna be quiet, I'm gonna be out of here. So again, I'm not trading today, so I have other things I can go take care of. Let me just see if Trump has said anything else real quick. Nope, JP Morgan made comments on the ceasefire. I don't care about that, though. Alright, I give it another 2 minutes, see if there's anything else. If not, family, I hope you guys enjoy your day. Again, be safe out there. NASDAQ 24,900 is targets. Dow, if it wants to turn around, would be my only advice for taking that entry. That 15-minute flips. And then potentially risking to 47,830, and then maybe you get a deeper push into 47.6, maybe, but maybe asking for a little much there. That being said, I'm gonna let them turn the music up a little bit. Hop back at 2 p.m. What's that 2 p.m.? There's something at 2 p.m.? Hop back at 2. Why are we hopping back? Oh no, minutes? Nah, not for minutes, man. Minutes don't really give us anything, guys. If it was actual interest rate decision, I'd be more than happy to jump on. This is just a recap of the last meeting. I could care less about this. You have a better chance. If Trump tweets something wild, you have a better chance of me hopping on than for that. That's gonna be boring as shit. But yeah, love and appreciate y'all, man. It's your boy Skag. I'm tuning out.